So as we mentioned at the top of the show, 13 teams with at least a maximum of 5 primetime games in 2022. So that's tied for the most amount of teams being that prominently featured. We say primetime games, it's Thursday night, it's Sunday night, it's Monday Night Football. DraftKings contributor Reid Fowler, he is back after the Jacksonville bashing segment that was. And then Jeff Pratt is here as well. He's much, much nicer than Pierce Dietrich. Let's dive into some of these primetime affairs. Okay, wow, I saw that. I saw that look on your face, Pratt. I do love the opener. I think we all agree. Bills in LA for the Rams to defend their title. Rams only favored by a point right now in the DK Sportsbook. Expecting some points there, too. Game total at 52. Reid, Chargers Chiefs, follow that up week 2 on Amazon Prime here, dude. What Thursday night game are you most looking forward to here, and why is it Jaguars and Jets in week 16?
Jags and Jets and come give me a break. Look, I mean, Rams and Bills have to be it. I know you mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know, this could have been the Super Bowl, guys, right? Last year. It could have easily been the Super Bowl. And so I'm looking at that. I'm pretty high on the Dolphins as well. I think week 4, Dolphins at Bengals, I believe, that September 29th, that should be a fun one as well, because you have Tyreek Hill. You have all the weapons in Miami right now, the acquisitions that they made in the offseason. And Cincinnati coming off of a fantastic season last year. I think those two are the ones that I'm looking at.
All right, what about you, Jeff?
It's always fun watching a team defend their title in the season opener, but we know what to expect from the Rams and Bills this season. They've established themselves as contenders, and the structures of their teams haven't drastically changed. In my opinion, the most interesting Thursday night game is that one in week 2 with the Chargers and Chiefs. These are two teams with legit Super Bowl aspirations from the toughest division in football. Not only that, but both of these teams underwent major roster reconstruction this offseason and will have to prove themselves. Can the Chiefs be as dominant offensively without Tyreek Hill? Juju Smith-Schuster and MVS are solid, but it feels like they've replaced a Ferrari with a couple of Hondas. Meanwhile, the Chargers got so much better this offseason, signing J.C. Jackson, trading for Khalil Mack. Those are big-time moves. On paper, this is the best team in the AFC West. But as we've seen from the Chargers consistently, they need to prove that on the field. So this should be a really fun, competitive matchup.
Yeah, and
I have a Honda.
I was just going to say, that's not a total knock on a
Hey,
Honda.
my family, we have Hondas too. I'm just
Okay.
saying,
All right.
no disrespect to Hondas, but they're not
0 to
Ferraris.
60 in about 12 seconds, okay? Get
Exactly.
there safe, A to B.
I think Tyreek Hill gets there too.
They last forever too. Great gas mileage. I mean,
97 Camry, first car out of high school. Let's go.
It's great. Like, you know, Honda, feel free. You know, this is not an ad, but could be. Could sponsor us. Your name right here, Honda. All right, let's go to the next question here, dudes. 5 divisional games as we go to Sunday night. 4 before week 11, Jeff. The latest is Chiefs in Denver in week 14. So is that going to be the most intriguing Sunday night game to you, or are you maybe looking forward to a different one?
I'm looking at a couple here. I'm so intrigued to see how the AFC West plays out this year. I think everyone is. So Chiefs Broncos is definitely up there among the most interesting Sunday night games. It's going to be interesting to see how Russell Wilson fits into this Broncos offense. Obviously, a key piece is now up in the air right now in Jerry Jeudy. We don't know exactly what's going on with him, but they're still talented enough to make most games close. I also think Packers-Bills in week 8 is going to be an awesome game. Who doesn't want to see Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen just trade haymakers? And finally, Patriots at Raiders in week 15 is one more that stands out to me. We all know how Josh McDaniels' first stint as a head coach went when he left New England for Denver. He's got a really talented group to work with this time around. So I'm interested to see how he does against Bill Belichick and the Pats.
Dude, Rodgers, Allen, 2-time rating MVP against an ascending superstar. Like, sign me up for that, Fowler.
No, Jeff hit it off the nail on the head in that last one. It is Raiders at Patriots, and here's why. And everybody listen up. Everyone sit down, drop your coffee on your little table, because we're going to talk about it right now. Josh McDaniels, the prodigal son, says, you know what? I'm going to take it to you, Darth Vader. Skywalker coming to Darth Vader and saying, I'm going to ruin you. This old Mac Jones prodigy, out of it. Get out of here. The tuck rule, Brady finally admitted that the tuck rule was a fumble. Thank you very much. So after that, we're getting the Patriots and Raiders. It is a sight to behold. If not, I mean, look at all the week 4 to week 6 is fantastic on Monday night. You have divisional matchups, but that one, on Sunday. I think I was talking about Monday. Sorry, but that one on Sunday night, the Patriots and the Raiders, Week 15. Give it to me, right? Like a week before Christmas.
Yeah,
Christmas come early.
I mean, the storylines for that one when Belichick's trip to where is that? Wait, is that in Vegas or is that?
It's in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Right?
All right, so it's in Vegas. Like, wow, storylines for that one, 100% set. Russell Wilson. Speaking of storylines, dude. So Russell Wilson returns to Seattle in Week 1. Broncos right now only favored by 4, Fowler. Are you jumping on that now? Because, listen, I'm sorry, Seattle might be the worst team in the NFL this season, this upcoming season. And the matchup to me in itself, one of the least exciting games in Week 1.
I don't know. The Jaguars will.
I'm saying it sounds like a Jaguars fan talking.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Seattle won't be great. They won't be great. But I don't think they're the worst team. And I don't mind it being in the first week because everyone's healthy, right? Like I don't want Russell Wilson to be hurt. I don't want any of these other guys to be hurt. I want everyone to be healthy so they can go up against each other. And I don't think you need to take the -4. I don't really think you need to take the -4 right now because I mean we don't know Denver. We don't know how they're going to play. I think we think that with all they needed as a quarterback for the last decade, but it still remains to be seen how it actually fits Russell Wilson on this team. Russell Wilson is an older quarterback. He's not the 28, 29-year-old quarterback that was running for 80 yards a game and passing for 320 and 3 touchdowns. It's just not who he is anymore. He was extremely inaccurate last year, maybe because he didn't have an offensive line, but still, he couldn't hit a broadside of the barn. I mean, he didn't throw to DK Metcalf until the 4th quarter with 30 seconds left. So even though you have the players, can Russell Wilson do that? At -4 right now, especially going to Seattle, that's a tough place to play. So I'm going to lay off of it. I'm probably just going to wait and see how Denver plays.
Jeff, are you with me here? Are they wasting like a good storyline too early in the season?
Yeah, they are. We saw so much of Seattle in primetime last year, and they were so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty annoyed that we're getting them Week 1, to be honest. This absolutely feels like a missed opportunity by not dragging out the anticipation of bringing Russ back to Seattle. But when it comes to actually playing the game, I think this one should be a blowout. Obviously, both of these teams have new quarterbacks. As Reid was saying, they need to adjust to their new systems. But the Broncos brought in Russell Wilson, and as of right now, it's Drew Lock in Seattle. We saw just how much energy it took for Russ over the years to drag some pretty bad Seahawks teams into contention. Lock's just not capable of that. I don't think he can elevate this poor supporting cast around him besides DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett because they can still bring it.
And Emerson, Jeff makes a good point, is that Russell Wilson has the entire offseason, the Broncos do, to prepare for this game, right? Like they have all the time on their side to prepare for this game. And Russell Wilson, even though he's an old man, he still can, if you give him a month and a half to prepare and longer, and he knows this team, that makes it something. But I wouldn't count out the Seattle Seahawks, man. Even though they don't have Wagner, even though they don't have Russ.
Fair enough. For what it's worth, Emerson.
They come to play. We've watched them, and for whatever reason, they were in those games. Maybe it was Russ. Maybe it was Pete Carroll, and I'm going to run the ball 50,000 times. But we'll see. But yeah.
Jeff, did you have something you'd like to say?
Yeah, just for what it's worth, Emerson, I do think the Jaguars are going to be better than the Seahawks this year.
Oh, he's
just
kissing up.
And
Jeff's just kissing up.
Hey,
no way.
Jags Commanders, like Week 1, we know who's under center for Washington right now. I'm seriously, he can't beat the Jaguars. Carson Wentz cannot beat the Jaguars. From the first Monday Night Football game, hold on, dudes, we're going to the last Monday Night Football game now. What are the chances, Reid, Bills-Bengals, Week 17 is going to be for the bye, and, it's going to be for the first overall seed and the bye in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that that's the case. Again, everyone needs to stay healthy, right? That's the big thing about those games later in the season. Like I was alluding to earlier, weeks 4 through 6, you have Rams at 49ers. That's always a strong game. Raiders at Chiefs week 5, and then Broncos at Chargers week 6. That stretch of games for Monday night is going to be like sit down on your couch, don't move, don't angry tweet like this guy, and just watch the games because they're going to be fantastic. But yeah, that last one, Bills-Bengals, should be a banger.
Yeah, and DK Sportsbook, Jeff, has it as a pick'em right now.
Yeah, these teams might be playing for the first round bye. I definitely think the Bills will be in that conversation heading into that matchup. Right now, in my opinion, Cincinnati is the 4th best team in the AFC, so I'm not sure they'll be in direct contention for the top seed. However, it helps them that these AFC West powerhouses will just be beating up on each other all year. So there's definitely a path for the Bengals to get there. I'm personally expecting maybe a bit of a down year after that improbable Super Bowl run, and I'd take the Bills in this matchup. As you said, Emerson, let's pick them right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident. Obviously, it's way down the line. But yeah, if you want me to pick right now, it's the Bills pretty confidently.